If you're not changing it, you're choosing it. If you are not changing it, you are choosing it. Distractions. Starve your distractions to feed your focus. Starving your distractions could be the key to unlocking your future. Abandon anything that is holding you back, anything that's keeping you from being the best version of yourself. Have you ever thought about how fast your dog learns? Think about it. When it comes to habit installation, your dog is actually a master. When you teach your dog a trick, you can't directly communicate with it in a way it fully understands. Yet, through hand gestures and repetitive motions, your dog learns quickly. Before you know it, your dog is shaking your hand. Think about how fast that happens. 8 or 9 tries, and the dog gets it. Now consider how long it takes you to install a new habit. Can you keep up with your dog? The answer is likely no. But why? Why can't we install a habit in 8 or 9 days, let alone after 10 tries? Distraction and noise. With a dog, its environment is controlled and small. It knows every corner of its world. Not much changes, and distractions are minimal. This allows the dog's brain to focus fully on learning. Humans, on the other hand, have to constantly sift through distractions. Our brains are overrun with noise, making it harder to focus and establish habits. Distractions and procrastination. Get rid of distractions. Things, people, everything. Make space. The cost of procrastination is the dream life you could already be living. That dream life could be your reality if you start today. Game of choice. Sacrifice. Missing out on temporary fun to build permanent stability is not a loss. It is a choice to do or not to do. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'll have more time next month. The longer you put off your dreams, the longer they stay dreams. Goal check-in. What did you promise yourself you would do this year? This month? This week? Today? Did you do it? I think back to everyone who told me to slow down, take it easy, rest a little. I've been going day and night for just over 7 years, and I'll keep going until I hit all my goals. When I look around, everyone who gave me that advice is still exactly where they were. Nothing changed for them, maybe because they spent all their time resting and not doing. I didn't take that advice. Instead, I gave it my all, in every direction, all at once, and refused to stop. That resulted in hitting all my goals, publishing 6 books, 8 courses, and recording 2 audiobooks across my 2 brands, Soul Renovation and Agent Renovation. I've traveled to 8 countries, and the year is only half over. Time is a choice, and where you end up in life is determined by how you spend it. You can rest your life away, or you can live it up. Ask the question, what would level me up? What goals could you hit that would level you up? What addictions could you drop? What distractions could you remove to improve yourself? Essentially, choose what you're going to sacrifice and trade it for your next level or upgrade. Lose yourself in nothing in order to have everything. Our energy is everything. You can't create health or wealth if you don't have clean energy. Our energy dictates what we attract, who enters our lives, and what experiences we have. Starve your distractions. It's easy to get distracted in our modern world. Many distractions pop up in your game, but knowing how to navigate them is crucial. Staying aligned with your end goals keeps distractions from derailing you. Using your standards and strategy as filters ensures that distractions won't exhaust your energy or willpower. Filtering distractions is important, especially because not all distractions look bad. They may even seem like great opportunities. For example, you could take a promotion and love it, but you'll never set up the agency you envisioned. Instead, you'll get comfortable and move in an entirely different direction. By accepting what's offered, rather than choosing what aligns with your standards, you stop putting in the work. Remember, when you do your part, the universe does its part. But when you stop putting in the effort, the universe stops offering you opportunities. It thinks, okay, that's all you want, and stops giving more. Without standards to hold you to your vision, you lose connection with your purpose and fail to develop into who you're meant to become. When you say no to opportunities that don't meet your standards, you force the universe to bring you what you truly want. After committing to your vision, strategies and standards keep you on track. They remind you of where you want to go, who you want to become, and keep you connected to your soul's purpose. Short-term solutions can be effective, and attention hacking can improve productivity. Tackling procrastination is the key to unlocking your full potential. Willpower is a muscle. How can you train your willpower? The best way to improve willpower is to reduce the amount of occurrences you will need to resist or fight that of which you do not want. The best way to reduce the stress and effort attached to exerting willpower is to simply set ourselves up from the beginning with success. By programming our subconscious mind away from having to resist and exert willpower to simply not wanting those things anymore. How will you convince our mind you do not want those things anymore? By providing an alternative choice of what you do want. Something better. Then it's less about saying no and more about saying yes to the other opportunity every time you do have to say no. Will is another mental faculty that you once had mastered, and through conditioning, you were worn down and became used to falling in line and following along. Have you ever witnessed the will of a 2-year-old? Yes, she knows what they want, and they are going to get it. They are not caving due to anyone else's behavior. They will it to happen, will it to become theirs, or will it that it ends up in their mouth, LOL. Humans will make all the difference between action and inaction. A person with a strong will is always going to make the difference as compared to the one who has all the resources but no will. The person with a strong will always believe in resourcefulness and keep looking for the ways to make the best use of all the resources he has, no matter how less they are. Human will is always backed with a strong reason for going on, no matter what. If you have a strong why to do something, then you are going to do it anyhow. This inner why is what makes all of you strengthen our will. Do you have a strong why to what you are doing? If not, then it is the right time to ask this question to yourself, and then all your wishes will be converted into a strong will. Will should be reserved for yourself. What do I mean by this? In The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace Wattles, you do not try to apply your willpower to anything outside of yourself. You have no right to do so anyway. It is wrong to apply your will to other men and women in order to get them to do what you wish done. It is as flagrantly wrong to coerce people by mental power as it is to coerce them by physical power. If compelling people by physical force to do things for you reduces them to being prisoners, compelling them by mental means accomplishes exactly the same thing. Considering you have a limited amount of willpower every day, completing or wasting our convincing of others or on any mental level chasing or dragging anyone with you, you are depleting ourselves unnecessarily. I am sure this is easy for you to think of an example in your household or within a relationship. Nagging your man or chasing your children to do something you have already requested 10 times. Sound familiar? How tired are you after those incidents? Probably mentally exhausted. And then you have no willpower to push yourself to the things you want to do. You have used up all of your resources for that day pushing others and likely not getting the results you wanted there either. Let me give you an example in a workplace. I once hired a personal assistant and I was busy, so I never really noticed that she wasn't saving me any time until she quit. How is this possible? At first when she quit, I was so nervous. I thought, how am I going to do it all without her? She had been with me for so long, it would take forever to train someone on the ins and outs of my bizarre and multi-layered life and empire. One minute you are negotiating glassware in China, and the next you are organizing open house signs. It's wild, and who could fit these shoes, I thought. How wrong I was. I didn't need anyone. By the end of the first week, I realized that in fact I was now saving time. Crazy, but true. I never realized when I had my personal assistant how much time I spent deciding what she would do, requesting her to do it, and then having to follow up 5 times. It was exhausting, but I never noticed until she was gone. My energy levels during the day skyrocketed. I got twice as much done not having to check in with or check up on another human. Wattles says, any will you project onto others will defeat your purpose. Use your will to keep your mind at home. Use your will to chase down what you want. Do not waste it on others. It is a limited supplied resource in the game and has to regenerate when used. To be successful, you need only to use your willpower upon yourself when you know what to think and do. Then, you must use your will to compel yourself to think and do the right things. That is the legitimate use of the will in getting what you want. To use it in holding yourselves to the right course. Use your will to keep yourself thinking and acting in the certain way. Do not try to project your will or your thoughts or your mind out into space to act on things. Or people keep your mind at home. It can accomplish more there than elsewhere. Use your mind to form a mental image of what you want, and to hold that vision with faith and purpose, and use your will to build systems to control the mind. The most effective way to control your mind is by creating systems and processes for it to follow. Our minds are inherently lazy. They tend to choose what is familiar and easy, because the primary goal of the mind is to conserve energy. By going on autopilot and repeating what it knows, the mind expends minimal energy. To retrain your mind, you'll need to invest a significant amount of energy. I won't sugarcoat it. This is going to require hard work and a dedication of time. Here's the reality. The mind will always choose what it has done the most. If you want a new habit to become your subconscious default, you only need to choose the new behavior one more time than the old habit. Just once. The objective is to turn your desired habits into routines and teach your mind this new routine as quickly as possible. Once your mind is on autopilot with your new life narrative, it will start working for you instead of against you. Go time, commit, and dedicate. In the last module, you explored how to best support our character in the game of life. You also discussed when to begin enhancing our skills, once a solid foundation is in place. You focused on what would make our character's experience more enjoyable. Now it's time to put everything we've learned into action. We needed to reset our mindset before taking action, to understand why you are going to create this new framework for our lives. Winning players have successful habits. Want more? Do more. What's the secret to being a winner? It's about being a doer, someone who takes action. Don't be surprised when you knock on the door of opportunity if it is work that answers. If you want more in life, you have to do more. There are no shortcuts to where you're going. Yes, there will be hacks and some luck along the way, but ultimately, you have to do the work. Success in life isn't just about intelligence. It's about discipline. It's about doing the things others are unwilling to do. It's about grit, consistency, and sticking it out until you reach your goals. This isn't a forever thing. Yes, you'll keep doing these things for the rest of your life, but they won't always be difficult or filled with resistance. Eventually, you'll become the person who wants to do these things, and everything you once avoided will become automatic. There are people out there less qualified than you, doing the things you want to do and succeeding at it, simply because they started. Decision architect. Be a decision architect, not a decision maker. What is the difference? Decision makers decide in the moment when there is a decision to be made or choose to make decisions in the moment, versus decision architects. They decide ahead of time where they are going and create a blueprint. Then they follow the blueprint. They don't care how they feel that day or what comes up. They have a plan, they have decided, they know where they are going, and they are going to get there by following their blueprint. When you let your feelings dictate your day, you fall into being a decision maker. If you ask yourself, do I feel like doing X? You have just fallen back into being a decision maker and stopped following your blueprint. Remember, the word decide means to cut off all other options. Once you decide, there is nothing else. Most people don't get where they are going because they experience mental aberration daily when they get up and ask themselves if they feel like doing what they already decided they would do. Define decision. A decision is the process of selecting a course of action from multiple alternatives. It involves evaluating options, weighing pros and cons, and making a judgment or commitment to a particular option. Define choice. A choice is the act of selecting or making a decision when faced with two or more possibilities. It represents the options or alternatives available to an individual or group, from which they must select one or more to pursue. Define freedom. Freedom is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. It refers to the state of being free from oppressive restrictions imposed. Also encompass the idea of personal autonomy, self-determination, and the ability to make choices that shape one's life. It takes courage to take an idea, a dream, and go for it. It does not take money. It takes dedication, hard work, and a will to not give up. Locus of control. Owning your power. Have you ever considered how your beliefs about control shape your life? Locus of control refers to the degree to which people believe they have control over the outcomes in their lives. There are two types. Internal locus of control. This is when you believe that your actions directly influence the outcomes you experience. You take ownership of your successes and failures and feel empowered to shape your life. External locus of control. This is when you believe that outside forces, luck, fate, or other people, are responsible for the outcomes in your life. You may feel like you have little control and that life just happens to you. Why is this important? Your locus of control shapes how you react to challenges, successes, and failures. Research shows that people with an internal locus of control tend to perform better academically, achieve more in their careers, and are more likely to take responsibility for improving their situations. Example: imagine you're preparing for a major job interview. Two candidates have the same qualifications, but their beliefs about control differ. Candidate A believes that whether they get the job depends on external factors, whether the interviewer is in a good mood, the competitiveness of other candidates, or simply luck. This person has an external locus of control and feels powerless, which might reduce their confidence and preparation. Candidate B believes that their preparation, skills, and how they present themselves will determine their success. They prepare thoroughly, practice their responses, and focus on what they can control during the interview. This is an internal locus of control at work. As a result, they are likely to feel more empowered and confident. The truth is, while candidate B can't control everything, like the interviewer's mood, their belief that their actions influence the outcome helps them stay focused, positive, and prepared. This mindset often leads to better outcomes in both personal and professional life. When you adopt an internal locus of control, you move from a mindset of powerlessness to one of empowerment. You recognize that while not everything is in your hands, many aspects of life are, and by focusing on what you can control, you can create positive change. So, the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what part of this situation can I control? Start there, and you'll find yourself taking meaningful steps toward the future you want to create. Habits. The successful have in common. Habit number 1. Successful people always start with a plan, roadmap. They know that they must have a plan and steps to follow. They know that having a plan will save them time, energy, and stress. They know it is mission critical to have that plan written down and right in front of them. You will learn to create your plan as a roadmap and keep it front and center, just like your vision board. Taking action is good, but you need direction, or you will get lost or fall off track. Directions and actions that need to be taken, a way to measure progress and know where you are in our goal. Habit number 2, successful people don't wait for the perfect moment or perfect time to take action. After they make their plan, they go to work. They just start. They don't think about when it is right to start or what they need in order to start. They just start. And then they adjust the plan as they go. Be sure to avoid the pit bull of getting stuck in the planning stage. It is easy to plan and plan and plan, but never actually get started. It is important that you plan once, and when you finish your initial plan, you set a time interval when you will check back with your plan. In between, it's all action only. You will go over how to do this in detail in the roadmap section. The key is always just to start and improve as you go. No time is better than right now to start something new. Habit number 3. Successful people do not fear change. They live off of it. They know that when things change around them, that means they are going to change on the inside. They know that they can't be who they want to be and still be the old version of themselves, so they welcome the change and enjoy the process. Habit number 4. Successful people don't quit when it gets hard. It is going to get hard at times. It's part of the process. You have to endure the difficult times in order to enjoy the victory when you make it. Instead of quitting, successful people know to push harder when things get tough around them. They push through. It is a universal truth that success rarely comes easy. In fact, it is almost guaranteed that the path to success will be filled with challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But here's the key. Successful people don't quit when it gets hard. They understand that facing difficulties is an integral part of the process, and they embrace the journey, knowing that enduring the tough times is what makes the eventual victory so sweet. Instead of giving up, successful individuals push harder when things get tough. They find the strength within themselves to persevere and push through. Let's take a moment to look at the stories of two remarkable individuals who embody this unwavering determination. Walt Disney, the legendary creator of Mickey Mouse and the founder of Disneyland, encountered rejection a staggering 302 times before achieving his breakthrough. Can you imagine being turned down that many times and still not giving up? Walt Disney possessed an indomitable spirit, refusing to let rejection define his destiny. He knew that each no brought him one step closer to a yes. It was his unwavering belief in his dreams and his refusal to quit that eventually led to his unparalleled success. Similarly, James Dyson, the inventor of the revolutionary bagless vacuum cleaner, faced a long and arduous journey before reaching his pinnacle of success. With a staggering 5,126 prototypes and over 15 years of relentless dedication, Dyson encountered numerous setbacks and failures. Most people would have thrown in the towel long before, but Dyson's unwavering commitment to his vision kept him going. He understood that success doesn't come without persistence and an unyielding determination to keep pushing forward. His perseverance paid off immensely, not only revolutionizing the vacuum industry, but also amassing a fortune of $4.5 billion. What sets successful people apart is their unwavering focus on their why when faced with challenges. When the going gets tough, they anchor themselves to their purpose, reminding themselves why they started in the first place. They have a crystal clear vision of what they want to achieve, and nothing can deter them from reaching their goals. The challenges they encounter become mere bumps in the road, rather than insurmountable barriers. They push forward, knowing that the reward on the other side is worth every moment of struggle. Habit number 5. They leverage resources to make it all happen. They know the strategic planning of their resources is most important in the game, and they use their income as they advance in the game to leverage and gain help to buy back time in the game, passing off tasks to others for monetary exchange instead of their time. Then they go use their time to accomplish taste with a higher profit yield. Habit number 6. Successful people take responsibility. Habit number 7. They believe in themselves. They know if they stay on course and follow the map, it doesn't matter what happens in between, because they believe they will arrive at the finish line. Habit number 8. Successful people are willing to pay the price. They want to say no in order to say yes to their future. Level complete. You have just leveled up. Continue to the next lesson.